Okay, we are going to actually get a hold of a copy of a little bit of script so that you have something to read, so that takes the improv out of it, and you can focus on the voice acting, which is something that we can actually guide you on. So we're going to do that, and this fine fellow is going to continue drawing some characters for you.
But I do 100%, I do 100% agree with you. When I was, not everybody would have maybe has done this, but like ever since I was a kid, I've been recording stuff. I've been recording things and listening back to it on either my headphones, or when I was like 10, I was listening back to them like my stereo, or I was trying to figure out how to plug everything into things. So my whole life I've been listening back to my own voice, so it sort of worked out that I'm doing this now. But I would say that before you get into the booth, it would be a really smart idea to try and just record yourself, play it back, record it, play it back. If you can find a way, as he said, to even, if you can get the equipment, it's not that expensive if you're really serious about it, to go out and buy a small, you know, audio interface for your computer, plug in a set of headphones and listen to what you sound like with headphones on. If you can get used to some of that stuff, you'll go in a lot more confident, because then you're not having to worry. Like then you're not having to juggle and dance and sing at the same time.
There are some very inexpensive audio recording programs out there for computers. Very inexpensive. Just like Audition type, Sound Booth, some of these that are just very simply for recording voiceover things. And get yourself a microphone and plug it in, plug your headphones into your computer, and you guys could really, you really are very blessed to live in the age that you live in, because years and years ago, it required recording studios and huge expensive microphones and all kinds of equipment to do this kind of thing. But nowadays, it's at your fingertips, right off the shelves of Best Buy, or Micro Center, CompUSA. All these programs, and just about everybody has a computer in their home now. So you guys really are living an age of great opportunity to do these kind of things that heretofore cost tens of thousands of dollars to do.
And if I could give you only one piece of advice when it comes to becoming a voice actor, assume, and don't give up hope, but assume that you're not going to become a voice actor. Let's just make that very clear, because I think every single one of us up here, none of us, it was our dream to be a voice actor in anime when we were kids. None of us knew what we were going to do, like, except for Jeremy. And Jeremy's not a voice actor.
I had a chance to go to Japan when I was 19 to do anime, and I turned it down. Because I wanted to be a big star. Little did I know that 10 years later I'd be doing the exact same thing. Had no parental guidance.
But I guess not to be such a downer, I'm saying find other ways to work in the industry you love to be in without necessarily having to be the actor. Like, if you're interested in it, there's all sorts of other things. Like, none of us really do just acting as our exclusive job. I mean, that's sort of a huge luxury to do that. I mean, I do lots of other things. I produce stuff. I have to do sound design every now and then. We compose every now and then. Colleen writes and we direct, and you do be as diverse as you can possibly be in that area. And oddly enough, everyone usually asks me, hey, how do you get into voice acting? I tell them you got to move to the market. What's odd is that the people who run this convention run a school for audio and video production. It's that Full Sail school they have out here. Most of the organizers of this con, you pretty much meet anyone and say, I'm interested in that school, and they'll be able to walk you 10 feet and introduce you to somebody who works at that school. So that's a great way to get into voice acting, is to become an engineer and start engineering other people, or help creating your own content to go online, because you don't.
Creating opportunity, yeah. Because if you're in the booth recording it and they don't have anybody to say this one line, and they ask you to do it, then you're right there at the moment when they need somebody. It's creating opportunity in any way that you can.
Justin Cook, the head of production at Funimation was my engineer when we were working on Dragon Ball Z and Yu Yu Hakusho. I mean, he is the head of all production at Funimation. So it's not to say they cannot move up very quickly in this world. Like, engineers are typically this, I mean, they're your type of people, honestly. They're smart, intelligent people who are quick on their feet, and they're geeky and techy and awesome, and I love engineers. So you guys are in the right place. What Colleen was mentioning earlier, we're going to get a copy of the script. He's going to finish some drawings for us. And what we're going to do is, I guess while he's doing some more drawings, we'll have you guys maybe come up and do some auditions or something like that.
That's a great idea.
So actually, we could just start using a page out of this. Do you guys want to do that?
Absolutely. Any kind of thing. It's not a script, but it will show us who can actually form words.
So, is there anyone who wants to audition by any chance?
Line up in back of that microphone, please.
Right down the middle, I guess. Like the entire room is now in line. Oh yes, Vic would like to audition first.
Actually, that's not a bad idea. Vic, will you stay there so you can show him how to read it,
Yeah.
like just to what we're looking for. Okay guys, Vic is going to show you what we're talking about. He's got a page of script there. It's not actually script in terms of character, but there are words on the page to read. And you can pick any paragraph in there to start with. You're not going to get all the way through it. Do not be offended if we stop you. We just want to get all the way through with everybody. So.
And because we have a lot of people in line here, when you get this piece of paper, you're going to see that there are a few really long paragraphs. Don't use those. Because we only have so much time. So.
Okay, so for the moment, why don't should we not have characters? Just read the dialogue, or can they make a character?
Since you don't know what the character is going to be yet, let's just have you come in as if you're playing a character that looks just like you.
Yes.
And
Be yourself.
I don't see it.
so, okay, your character is this kind of weird dude with purple hair.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Good. Okay. All right.
All right, quiet, please.
Could you slate your name first?
Sure.
Yes.
This is Vic Mignogna reading for Grand Ravens Tournament. Participate in a PvP. What is that?
Okay, next.
What is PvP? Participate in a PvP bracket tournament for a chance to see who is the strongest in all of Orlandia. This is a great chance to win items to help you during your quest.
Great.
That was good. Now, here's the deal. If you have a word like PvP or something that you aren't familiar with, and you should have gotten to your audition early so that you can look over whatever materials they have for you.
Shame on all of you.
And we were here, but if you run across a word that you don't understand or you don't know the pronunciation of, that would be a good time at the beginning. Vic was on the spot, but if you're in a real audition, like to go, okay, excuse me, I'm sorry, what is this word PvP and how is it pronounced? And they'll tell you. It's not, you don't have to feel too scared to ask the producers questions, but not too many, because they're usually in a hurry. Which we are. So go ahead, slate your name, please, first and last, and then the character you're reading.
Okay, this is Culver Dow, reading for Costume Contest 101. Come learn the tips and tricks of costume competition. Costume Contest Manager, Kim Dellner, will explain the application and judging process for this year's competition.
Great, very clear, nice.
Good read.
We need to know who we're taking.
Who we're taking? Oh, as in like we're going to pick these people to do this, right?
We can't do all of them.
Oh. That's true.
Oh, so it's like a real audition, kind of.
How
Okay.
many characters are we needing?
Stay up here towards us real quick. That's a little too high for you, isn't it? That's okay. It's a little tiny part.